Hello, viewers. I'm glad to meet you once again for another interesting topic. And the topic of discussion today is going to be how to naturally prevent pregnancy. I know this is something that most people are worried of because there are some of the pregnancies that need to be prevented. But sometimes they have no other option than taking in contraceptives, of which the side effects are uncomfortable. And because of that, most people do not even like taking it. But before we proceed, just click on the subscription button to subscribe to my channel before we continue. I'm waiting. Okay, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Okay, I would like to thank the following people before we proceed: Dr. Okoko Clinton, Honorable Amponsa Prince, Dr. Ibrahim Al Hassan, and also my good brother Asubontin Nicholas for their comments on my previous videos. And one of the comments was actually that I normally smile too much when I'm making my videos, and that comment was actually coming from Dr. Kuku. So he said I should frown small when I'm making my videos. So today, if you see me frowning, then this is actually coming from Dr. Kuku and not me. Okay, so just as I said, today we are going to talk about how to naturally prevent pregnancy. And one of the means by which you can prevent pregnancy naturally is by the use of what we call the calendar rhythm method. The calendar rhythm method, I repeat. How do we use this method? You need to check for your menstrual cycle for 6 months. So let's assume you started on January, then you record your menstrual cycle on January, February, March, April, May, June, up to 6 months. Okay, I hope the 6th month is June, right? So up to June. So let's assume that after recording your menstrual cycle, you realize that the smallest value you had was 28 and the biggest value was 36. So this is what you are going to do. You are going to subtract 18 from the smallest value you had, which happens to be 28. And then as a result, you are going to get 10. And you take 11 from the largest number you had, which happens to be 36. So when you take 11 out of 36, you are going to get 25. So this is what it's telling you. What it's telling you is that from 10th up to 25th, initially when we subtracted the smallest number from the, how do we call it, the smallest, 18 from the smallest number, we had 10. Okay, and when we subtracted 11 from the largest number, we had 25. So it means from 10th to 25th is your fertile period. From 10th to 25th is your fertile period. So what it's telling you is that you shouldn't have sex within this period. But from day 0 to 9th, before the 10th, you can have sex from day 0 to 9th. And from 26th, that is after the 25th day, you can have sex up to your next cycle, which is also free period. But from 10th to 25th is your fertile period. You need not to go near to sex if you do not want pregnancy. Okay, so this is what this method implies. So you can start practicing it. It's very good. It works. But remember, it's not always standard that the smallest number should be 28 and the largest number should be 36. This is just an example. You can have different value altogether. But what is important here is that you subtract 11 from the largest number you had and 18 from the smallest number you had. So the value that you get is the actual date interval upon which you are fertile and you need not to go near to sex if you do not want to be pregnant. But if you want to be pregnant, then you can do that. You can go and have sex, then you'll be pregnant. And the last another method that we have is the ovulation method. Is the ovulation method. There are normally some secretions from the cervix, or we have what we call the cervical secretions. Normally, when you are getting closer to ovulation, or when ovulation is getting due, the mucus become copious, thin and stretchy. They become copious, thin and stretchy. So you can be checking it on daily basis. The day that you see, okay, today the mucus, the cervical secretions has changed. Today is copious, thin, and stretchy. Then it's telling you that, okay, your ovulation is getting due, and you don't need to go near to sex, because if you go near, you are likely to become pregnant. But when it becomes thin and scanty, then it's telling you that, okay, you can be having sex, you are free to have sex, because ovulation is not closer. Okay, so that's another method. And the last thing we will talk about is the basal body temperature method. The basal body temperature method. This is what the woman does. Okay, when you wake up early in the morning, you check your temperature when you are on bed. Okay, when you just wake up, you check your temperature every day and record it. The day that you see that, okay, today there've been some 0.2 or 0.3 degrees Celsius difference in my temperature, or rise in the temperature. If there is 0.2 or 0.3 rise in the temperature, it's telling you that, okay, today you are getting closer to ovulation, or you are in the period of ovulation. This is because normally the temperature rises when there is surge in what we call luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing hormone is a hormone that is involved in the process of ovulation. Okay, so when there is surge in that hormone, then you will start to experience some little bit of temperature rise in your body. Okay, so this can also be another way by which you can determine whether you are getting closer to ovulation, or whether you are in the period of ovulation. So we are going to end here. It's a very short video, but if you adhere to what I've told you, you are going to enjoy it. All your questions are welcome. If you don't want to comment on my YouTube channel so that people will see your comments, fine, you can give me a private message on WhatsApp 050-220-3818, and I will respond to all your questions. Once again, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I beg you, so that you can get more of my videos. Thank you very much. This is Wajan Ismail, your health advice on YouTube. Bye.